I'm Sheriff Rick Bradshaw. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Behind the Star.
Thanks, Sheriff Bradshaw. PBSO works to educate the public about the dangers of fentanyl. A dose the size of a pencil tip can end a precious life. And the worst part? Most people don't even know what they're taking. Just a reminder that one pill can be deadly. So don't risk it, don't trust it, don't take it. PBSO and Sheriff Rick Bradshaw participated in the 3rd Annual Palm Beach County 2025 Threat Management Conference. The event featured law enforcement, mental health providers, and crime analysts all working together to make our community safe and healthier.
The whole point of this conference, we started, and this is not to bash federal government because they do a really great job of what they do, but I've traveled a lot around the United States, going to conferences, IACP, different TFO conferences, and found out that we kept on learning the same things about threat management. What we did learn is that we weren't talking about what local law enforcement and state law enforcement can bring to the table. So the idea of the conference 3 years ago when we started this was, how do we highlight teams, show the models that are out there, and show people how to build and sustain teams for long-term to prevent mass violence in the United States. That's the whole point of this conference.
My name is Talal Nazri. I'm a colonel with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. And we're talking today about the Threat Management Conference that addresses targeted violence and threats within the communities. This is our 3rd conference, and it's this year we are hosting federal agencies, local agencies, and agencies from all over the United States, as well as 5 different countries, making it an international conference.
12 years ago, when I started the unit, it was basically towards mental health. And it was the only one of its kind in the nation. And a lot of people said, hey, you know, you're throwing your money away. It ain't gonna work. Well, I got news for you folks. Not only has it worked, we get calls every week from agencies all over the United States to say, how do you put one of these together? What do you do?
Hi, my name is Bernie Hernandez. I'm one of the sergeants for Crisis Response Team under Behavioral Services. Crisis Response Team is a new innovative unit. What is CRT? CRT is a dual approach at addressing mental illness or a person in crisis, whether it's through mental illness or substance. A big part of CRT is de-escalation techniques that is encompassed in CIT, Crisis Intervention.
So I'm Sergeant Joshua Carhart from the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. Well, I think as you can see from what our last speaker was, is this affects every part of the country. It's no longer localized to larger metropolitan areas, which we're used to here in Palm Beach County, but across the board, school shootings, threats are happening in every part of the community everywhere. So this is what the awareness we're trying to bring across to everybody.
Because everybody in law enforcement is waking up to the fact a lot of what we do is involved with mental health. Think about it. Family disturbances, family violence, drug abuse, alcohol abuse, homeless. Unfortunately, the mass shootings. Not that everybody that is mentally ill is dangerous, but that's one of the components. We deal with it all the time, but we don't deal with it proactively, or haven't. Because I like to stop things before they happen. Because once you get into it, you know it ain't gonna go good. Somebody's gonna get hurt.
So what I expect to get out of this conference is particularly connecting with organizations and the community in law enforcement to effectively address threat management and co-responder individuals that have the experience and techniques that will enhance my knowledge and experience here at the Sheriff's Office.
Historically, you have a less than 1% chance of losing your life inside of a school. But I have some very, very dear friends who are part of that less than 1% because they've lost their children there.
But one of the key components is not just the deputy that's trained, but getting that mental health clinician from the community to be the partner of the deputy means an awful lot, folks.
The important thing to remember here is not what team you build, it's that you build a team. What we do here in Palm Beach County does not fit every region. It's really important that you go out there, you find what you want from these different types of models, and you build what works in your neighborhood, your communities to prevent mass violence.
We now have put a tool in all of the toolboxes of a generation who's grown up with mass violence. So now we've given them options of how to resolve their grievances through violence. Wasn't our intention, was it? No, but it's the reality. We have a generation of people who have grown up experiencing mass violence and now know if it gets really bad, I have this option.
So if you don't have a unit like this, get with us. We'll help you put it together. Because I'm telling you right now, it has turned out to be one of the most valuable units in this agency.
I think Palm Beach County, with the leadership of Sheriff Bradshaw, took the lead on this. Starting 12 years ago, we started our program, and people from all over the country are reaching out to see what model we have, and they're learning from our model to be able to expand to their cities and counties and states, and so far it's been very successful.
Congratulations to 2 of our deputies, recognized by the Florida Crime Commission for going above and beyond.
My name is Deputy Ramnath. I work at West Detention Center.
My name is Deputy Kevin Lochran. I'm currently assigned to District 9, which is Royal Palm Beach.
We're here today because I'm receiving an award.
Today I'm here to receive an award from the South Florida Crime Commission.
The day that the incident happened, my unit was on lockdown and I had an inmate come downstairs to go and get water. While he was retrieving water from the water station, he started swaying and you could tell that he was dizzy. So I confronted him and I asked him if he was all right, and he told me that he was having a reaction to his medication. So I pulled up a chair and had him take a seat and let my supervisors know that I need to send somebody down to medical. So as the responding deputies came, I noticed he was starting to come out of consciousness. So at that point, we got him the medical attention that he needed.
In December of 2024, I was involved in an incident involving a mental health crisis. It was evident to me that it was necessary for us to take her into protective custody under the Baker Act and transport her to a hospital. I pride myself in trying to de-escalate situations and talk people into what I need them to do. And through that course of our interaction, I was able to clearly communicate to her that we needed to transport her to the hospital, and ultimately we got her to walk her out to our vehicle and secure her in the car and transport her to the hospital safely.
There are people out there that really do care, that appreciate the work that you're doing, and the community appreciates it, but there are a lot of people that can't say thank you. So I'm trying to address that fact that I'm the one that's saying thank you for all those people that can't say thank you.
Recently, the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office held a seminar for Hispanic community leaders on immigration, human trafficking, and robbery at the Airport Hilton in West Palm Beach.
And I want to be crystal clear about this, because this has not changed since I became the sheriff. It's not changed, and as long as I'm here, it won't change, okay? We do not, will not be involved in immigration sweeps, period. Period. Yep.
At the end of the day, people have to feel safe. They cannot be afraid. And that's why I've given so many speeches here on this immigration, because the news media has hyped this thing up to something that's not going to be. It's not mass immigration or deportation. It's targeted. It's going after the bad guys. The 13,000 murderers that came into our country, the 17,000 sexual predators that came into this county, the 1.5 gotaways that the Border Patrol never touched, and we don't know what they were doing. Those are the people we're going after. In the 20 years I've been the sheriff, we've been doing this anyhow. This is just formalizing the process with this 287 program you hear about. Nothing different. I haven't done one single immigration sweep. I will not do an immigration sweep. I will not go knock on doors. I'm not going to businesses. I'm not going to agriculture areas. That's not what this is about. And the people in the communities are frightened because of what they see and what they hear. Don't be afraid. Unless you're going to do something that's not right. Commit a crime. If you commit a crime and you're illegal, you're gone. But if not, live your life. Do what you do, because you do not have to be afraid of us.
Got Bitcoin? Detective James Shackelford explains how cryptocurrency fraud works and what you can do to protect your money.
The whole purpose of cryptocurrency is to make a type or a internet-based currency that you and I can in day-to-day engage in. It's something that came out of the Great Recession in 2008, something that when bank regulatory stuff came around, that it was, we don't want more government control in our money. And so for me to be able to send you money without having a central authority, it became lucrative. Urgency plays a vital role in this type of fraud, and so does the pressure. Ultimately, if they can get you to be emotional and not think rationally, they've won. A lot of times these frauds can be indicative of if somebody has a strong foreign accent, they could very well be that they're outside of the United States. So I can be in India, I can make a phone call to you and show a 561 area code and make you believe that I am in West Palm Beach. So don't trust the area codes, don't trust what's displayed, and don't let yourself be pressured. When in doubt, the easiest thing to do is hang up. Call the business back on their legitimate number. Know that no legitimate agency, PBSO, FP&L, no legitimate business or government agency will ever ask you to pay in cryptocurrency. So you might get an invoice sent in an email, something similar like PayPal, or you might get that pop-up on your computer saying that there's a virus. If I can get you to engage with me as the fraudster and make a phone call, I can tell you, hey, this pop-up really is this loan, or this pop-up really is something to do with the federal government. And once you give me access to your computer, you're giving me access to all your personal information. I can see what websites you visited, I can see what bank accounts you go with, I can pass it on to my other fraudster friend and say, hey, you have Wells Fargo? Well, let me connect you with John Doe of Wells Fargo. He's gonna help you secure your assets. Then they give you this nice nifty thing that's a QR code that looks like a bunch of pixels in a square. They guide you to a location, which they can pull up on the internet where all these BTMs or Bitcoin teller machines are. And while they're on the phone the whole time, while they keep you under the pressure, while they're refusing to answer your questions, they tell you, put your money here, scan this QR here. In a day or two, you'll hear from our people. And within that day or two, you never hear from them, and it's only after the fact when you are separated from your money or your funds or your limited resources that you realize it's the fraud. These transactions are irreversible. Without that middleman or that person to handle it, once it's sent, it's gone. You have to stay educated. Yeah. If you don't educate yourself or you don't stay on top, you don't know.
PBSO continues to educate the public about the latest scams. If you see suspicious messages like this one, block and delete them. If you stay smart, you stay safe. When a child is left in a hot car, minutes can mean the difference between life and death. PBSO recently recognized Heat Stroke Prevention Day. It's a good chance to remind everyone that leaving a child in a hot car can be deadly. So please be careful and make sure you check the back seat every time you leave your vehicle. Just a reminder to keep your eyes on the road and your hands on the wheel. PBSO took part in activities around Distracted Driving Awareness Month. It's a reminder to stay focused. Remember, alert today means alive tomorrow. Stay safe, Palm Beach County. We thank our PBSO employees who spend their time patrolling Florida's waterways. These professionals do whatever it takes to ensure the safety of our residents. Congratulations to our motor unit. At this year's Southeast Police Motorcycle Rodeo, an event that draws 180 riders from multiple agencies, our team rode strong, representing Palm Beach County. Special recognition to Deputy Sheriff Cano for second place novice and fourth in the fairing division, Deputy Sheriff Parent for third place novice, and Deputy Sheriff Soriano for fifth in the fairing division. We're proud of your precision and dedication. PBSO recently gathered for our annual Law Enforcement Memorial Ceremony. The memorial is dedicated to remembering those who sacrificed and to the men and women who put their lives on the line every day. Families and friends came out to pay their tributes to their loved ones while seeing their engraved names on the memorial wall.
I'd like to welcome you to our 2025 Florida Sheriff's Memorial Ceremony. This memorial was first established in September 2002.
You know, they say when a law enforcement officer falls, an entire nation feels it. It's not just the agency that feels that loss. And they should, because that thin blue line has just grown a little bit thinner.
In this place of remembrance, where silence speaks louder than words, gather not just as public officials, not just as community members, but as Floridians united by grief, by gratitude, and by unwavering respect for those who gave their lives in service to others. Each name etched in this wall represents a life of purpose, a badge of honor, and a final act of sacrifice made not for recognition, but out of duty. Today we add 6 names to this sacred memorial. 6 lives lost in the line of duty over the past year. Let us remember them.
Sergeant Elio Diaz, Charlotte County Sheriff's Office, end of watch, December 16th, 2024. Corrections Officer Bradford D. McNew, Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, end of watch, October 12th, 2024. Master Deputy Bradley Michael Link, Lake County Sheriff's Office, end of watch, August 3rd, 2024. Deputy Ignacio Dan Diaz, Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, end of watch, November 25th, 2024. Corporal Louis Paez Jr., Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, end of watch, November. Deputy Ralph Butch Waller, Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, end of watch, November 21st, 2024.
Please bow with me, please. Our Heavenly Father, we have come and been part of this ceremony, witnessing those that have given their lives to serve our citizens throughout the state. We thank you for these families that have shared their loved ones with us throughout their times of service. We ask you now again to comfort, give peace and strength to these families.
We honor the memory of Detective Clarence Bud Backherms, who made the ultimate sacrifice. While off duty, Detective Backherms was attacked and shot while attempting to stop a robbery. Though he survived the initial injuries, he passed away 29 years later due to complications from his wounds. And we honor the memory of Deputy Sheriff Richard J. Lands, who made the ultimate sacrifice in 1981 while proudly serving the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office and the citizens of Palm Beach County. His dedication to protecting others will never be forgotten. To serve and protect was his oath. Honoring him is our duty. PBSO recently celebrated Dispatcher Appreciation Week. Behind every emergency call is a calm, compassionate voice ready to help. Over the past year, our team answered 185,000 emergency calls and 300,000 administrative calls. With 24 full-time dispatchers and 5 in training, we're always prepared to help the citizens of Palm Beach County.
It is my privilege to introduce our nominees and winners of the 2025 Employee of the Year Award. First up, for Teletype Officer of the Year nominee, Jillian Holcomb. And the Teletype Officer of the Year winner is Carly Lorelli. And next, Communications Officer of the Year nominees. First up, Andrea Ayala. Next up, Nicole McDonald. Andrea Pappy Reeves. Mary Trocchio. And the winner of the Communications Officer of the Year Award is Casey Thomas. Communications Training Officer of the Year nominee, Darian Harper. And the winner of Communications Training Officer of the Year, Corey Terrell. And Communications Supervisor of the Year nominee, Tracy LaPierre. And Communications Supervisor of the Year nominee, Esther Livia Alonzo. And the winner of Communications Supervisor of the Year, Jo Beth Herzog.
And now some news and notes from around PBSO. A big thanks to Guy Fieri and his foundation for bringing the flavor to PBSO and our local first responders. The foundation is ready to support first responders during emergencies and special events. We appreciate the love and the delicious food. PBSO honors the fight and bravery of 10-year-old Sophia, who was diagnosed with leukemia in 2023. Sheriff Rick Bradshaw nominated her as an honorary PBSO deputy during a special luncheon hosted by the Pediatric Oncology Support Team, who stood by Sophia's family during their toughest days. We're proud to welcome Deputy Sophia to our PBSO family, and we wish her a very long, healthy, and happy future. Our PBSO Bomb Squad, Emergency Field Force, and Mounted Unit were proud to take part in the 47th Annual Black Gold Jubilee. It was a great day connecting with the community, highlighting our specialized units, and celebrating Belglade's agricultural roots. Thanks to everyone who stopped by and to the organizers for another great event. Thank you to everyone who stops by to say hi to us and our therapy dogs. We love being part of the community and do our best to attend as many events as we can. Our PBSO Therapy canine Reggie made some new little friends at the library. We love showing off Reggie to members of the community, and he's a big hit with everyone he meets. To honor World Health Day, we're proud to highlight our PBSO Wellness Program. This initiative supports the physical, mental, emotional, and financial well-being of our deputies and non-sworn staff, because when they're taken care of, they can better serve the people of Palm Beach County. We also want to congratulate our wellness program for earning the Platinum Bell Seal for Workplace Mental Health from the organization Mental Health America. Happy trails, Tonka and Tank. After many years of loyal service, our mounted unit partners are trotting into retirement. From parades to patrols, they've been true workhorses through it all. we're proud to recognize the incredible students from Santa Lucia's Community High School's Criminal Justice Academy who competed at Florida's Public Service Association Leadership Conference. Out of 300 plus students statewide, our 17 participants earned third place overall. Several placed in the top 5 in events like defensive tactics, crime scene sketching, emergency go kit, and more, representing PBSO and their school with pride and excellence. Our PBSO Homeless Intervention Team had the honor of presenting at the Criminal Justice Commission's Citizens Academy. Not only does our team train deputies on how to approach encounters with individuals experiencing homelessness, but we also speak to residents who want to better understand homelessness in Palm Beach County. Thank you for the opportunity to share and serve. For one day, we put our PBSO cars in park and gave our little visitors a front row seat to what Mom and Dad do while serving at PBSO. To all the kids out there wishing their parents worked at PBSO, we're hiring. And here are some more pictures of Take Your Child to Work Day. And let's just say it was busy, full of future leaders asking lots of questions and getting a behind-the-scenes look at public safety. We captured these incredible moments. Our community policing unit in West Palm Beach teamed up with Family Impact for the Great American Cleanup. And together, we picked up over a half a ton of garbage from our streets. Littering is a crime, but it's not just about writing tickets. It's about stepping up to help. We can all do our part to keep Palm Beach County beautiful. Stroll with the Deputy is officially underway in the city of Green Acres. This new community program encourages residents to walk together for better physical and mental health, and our deputies are proud to participate in the program. Join us twice a week as we build stronger, healthier connections, one step at a time. Thank you to the Boy Scouts of Troop 125 in Wellington for letting us be part of your journey. Deputy Harper had a great time helping you complete your rank requirements with a conversation on drug and alcohol prevention, and 911 dispatcher Stephanie King shared valuable tips about emergency response. We're honored to support the next generation of leaders. And PBSO responded to the Kings Point community after an elderly resident opened her closet and found a very unwanted guest, a boa constrictor snake. Thankfully, the snake was safely taken into custody, and we may add, no handcuffs were needed. Now, back to you, Sheriff Bradshaw.
Okay, that'll do it for this episode of Behind the Star. On behalf of the men and women of the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, thank you for watching.